In the shadows of Los Angeles, a killer lurked, cloaked in mystery and fear. The case of the Skid Row slasher had confounded the police for over a decade. A number, a name, an account that cannot be undone. Ranked 98. 11 confirmed victims had fallen, with many more suspected in the dark corners of the city. But this story is not just about a killer. It's about a profile that was wrong. Back in 1975, the LAPD boldly declared they knew who the slasher was. A white man, late 20s, blonde hair, 6 feet tall, and sexually broken. They painted him deformed, confident in their shallow certainty. They were specific in their description, yet they were completely wrong. While the city hunted a ghost fitting their image, the real killer moved freely among the streets, sleeping in flop houses, slipping through Skid Row's shadows. He remained unseen. He chose victims no one would fight for, anonymous and forgotten. This is the story of Vaughn Greenwood, and the dangerous moment when criminal profiling failed utterly. It was a failure that misled an entire city into chasing a ghost. Don't forget to like this video and to subscribe to Behind the Veil Truths for more stories like this. Vaughn Greenwood was born in the United States with a dark past. He was believed to have committed over 11 murders, with over 11 suspected victims. Criminal profilers, such as those employed by the FBI's Behavioral Sciences Unit, had attained near mythic status. Their profiles had helped bring many dangerous criminals to justice, saving countless lives. But some cases revealed the dark side of profiling where assumptions hindered investigations. The hunt for the Skid Row slasher was one such case. His first known victim was David Russell, a transient found stabbed at the LA Public Library in 1964. He struck again, killing Benjamin Hornberg in a seedy hotel bathroom the next day. Initially, police believed these murders were connected, but no concrete leads emerged, and the trail went cold. More than 10 years passed before the killer re-emerged, striking on December 1st, 1974. He murdered Charles Jackson, an alcoholic drifter, at the same spot where David Russell had fallen a decade earlier. A week later, he murdered Moses Yakinak in a Skid Row alley, adding to his tally. Arthur Dahlstedt, aged 54, was next, killed in an abandoned building 3 days after Yakinak's death. Other victims soon followed, each with their own tragic stories completed in the shadows. The police made a frantic attempt to uncover a pattern, but the killer's elusive manner kept them at bay. By December 22, the killer was killing in the vicinity of the LA Public Library, a favorite dumping ground. The victims kept mounting. Casimir Strawinski was found dead in his hotel room on January 9, 1975. Then Robert Shanahan was discovered with a bayonet protruding from his chest, another victim of the terror. Finally, Samuel Suarez was found in a seedy hotel, marking the end of the first phase of the murders. As the police focused on Skid Row, the killer shifted his attention to Hollywood. On January 29, 1975, George Frias was stabbed to death in his own apartment. 2 days later, Clyde Hayes was mutilated and murdered in his Hollywood home, the violence escalating. At this time, criminal profiling was not yet a common investigative tool. Yet under mounting pressure, the LAPD decided to commission a psychiatric profile of the killer. They made the crucial mistake of publishing their findings publicly, which backfired terribly. The profile described the slasher as a white male in his late 20s or early 30s, 6 feet tall, 190 pounds. He was said to have shoulder-length blonde hair and feelings of sexual inadequacy and deformity. The profile also suggested he was a lonely, poorly educated homosexual with a physical deformity. Vague and unfounded assumptions. Just days after the profile was released, William Graham was attacked at his Hollywood home by a hatchet-wielding stranger. Thankfully, William's houseguest, Kenneth Richer, came to his rescue, and the attacker fled. The suspect was quickly identified as Vaughn Orrin Greenwood, 32 years old, a black man with no deformities. Greenwood was a loner, a homosexual, but he did not fit the profile's description. He was originally from Pennsylvania, drifting between Chicago and the West Coast all his adult life. Greenwood had previously served a 5-year jail term for aggravated battery in Chicago in 1966. This partially explained the decade-long gap between his murders. Greenwood was convicted of 9 counts of first-degree murder on December 30, 1976, and sentenced to life imprisonment. A grim reminder that profiles can sometimes mislead, especially when they are based on false assumptions.